Okay, students, in this video, we will be talking about market structure. This is very important topic. In market structure, first we will talk about market. What is market? Market in economics is not any area where shops are there. We will not say that Sarojini Market or Kila Road or any particular market. That is not market in economics. In economics, market means that area where sellers and buyers are spread. Market is that area where these sellers and buyers contact each other, maybe through mobile or internet, or there may be any method or any way, any medium of interacting with each other. So in market there will be sellers, buyers, any commodity. So this is market according to economics. Now next is how we divide this market word. How will we divide markets in different types? We divide markets in different types on basis of the degree of the competition. We can understand sometimes there may be less competition, sometimes there may be more competition. So on the basis of competition we can divide market mainly in these four types. This is perfect competition market, and this is monopoly. These are extreme points of these markets. In case of monopoly, zero competition is there because there is only single seller. There is no any competition. And in case of perfect competition, there is maximum level of competition, or we can say cutthroat competition is there in case of perfect competition market. So in this way we divide markets in these two types. Then there may be mixture of these 2 points. I mean, there may be some factors which are monopoly type and some factors which are very near to perfect competition. So mixture of these two markets may be there, and these are again divided into two parts. This is monopolistic competition. You can see its name, monopoly is also there and competition is also there. So this is called monopolistic competition market. So quality of both types of markets are here, but still I will say this is more close to a perfect competition market. And again, mixture of these two types of market, it is oligopoly, but still it is more near to monopoly. So these are four types of markets we will be talking about. So perfect competition, monopolistic competition, oligopoly and monopoly. We will be talking about these four types of market. So today we will discuss perfect competition market first, as this is an extreme level of competition. There is cutthroat competition in case of perfect competition market. So these are some points we will be talking about. These are features of perfect competition market. First is large number of buyers and sellers. Okay, so this is very simple. I think there is no need to explain. There are large number of buyers and sellers. Same price. It means price of every unit of commodity is same. Here we are talking about that type of situation where you are selling 10 commodities or 20 or 1000 or 10,000. Every unit of your commodity is going on same price. Next is homogeneous, or you can say identical product. So homogeneous or identical product means this product we are talking about here in particular market, this commodity is same, means one producer has produced it or some other producer has produced it, it is very difficult to differentiate the commodities. So all the commodities are same. Next is perfect mobility. Perfect mobility means whether you are a producer or a buyer, you are perfectly mobile. You can easily move from one type of market to another type of market. I mean to say, from one place to another place, you can easily move. If you are a buyer, you will try to purchase from the market where commodity is available at lower price, and if you are a seller, you will try to sell your product where prices are high. So there is perfect mobility. Next is perfect knowledge of market. Whether you are a buyer or seller, you know everything about the markets and especially prices in different areas. There is no transaction cost. If you are moving from one area to another area to buy or to sell, there is no transportation cost. Free entry and exit from the market. If any firm wants to enter in the market, I mean if this firm is willing to start a production of this commodity, easily it can do that. And if a firm wants to leave the market, if a firm wants to stop the production, easily it can do that. So there are no barriers. Okay, now I want to explain these points in such a way so that you can keep them in your mind for a long time and you do not forget those points. Main important thing here in this particular market, because of that point, it is different from all other markets. And what is that? Same price. This is most important point here, same price. What does it mean? I think some more points are also there. Okay, first let me explain these points. Selling cost. Okay, what is selling cost? If you want to sell more in the market, so you have to spend money for that. It may be advertisement type expenditure or anything like giving free gift or with that commodity to sell more. But here selling cost is absent, so no selling cost is there. So selling cost is absent in case of perfect competition market. And why it is absent? As in case of perfect competition market, you can sell any quantity in the market, you can sell any number of commodities, any number of units of your commodity you can sell in the market. So there is no need for any selling cost or any advertisement expenditure, obviously, because because of advertisement expenditure our demand curve shifts upward. But here problem is not related to the demand, because you can sell any quantity without facing any decrease in price. You can sell any number of commodities in the market, so obviously there is no selling cost. Next is horizontal demand curve. Yes, in case of in topic actually, in topic revenue curves, I was talking about two types of revenues. So there was one type of revenue where your average and marginal revenue is like this, and this is your price. This is your demand curve in case of perfect competition market, and on same price you can sell any quantity you can sell in the market. So this type of demand curve prevails in this type of market. It was example of perfect competition market. One more point I want to add here, and what is that? Producer is price taker. What is meaning of producer is price taker? Whatever price is going on in the market, producer will accept this price. It will not affect. In fact, it cannot affect the price in the market. Okay. So now one by one I will explain these points. Why producer cannot affect the prices and why demand curve is like this. I mean horizontal demand curve. A producer is, if producing more, it is not affecting our price. Why it is so? In this particular type of market, I want to start my discussion about these points with the example of perfect competition market. So there is not any example which is 100% technically correct, but here I am giving you example which is very close to this market, and that is wheat. So farmers are producing wheat, and if any farmer wants to affect the price of wheat in the market, he cannot affect, because he is constituting such a small quantity of total supply in the market. If this is the total supply in the market, this farmer is producing so small quantity of total supply, and if it will sell more in the market, it will sell more or less in the market, it will not affect price. That is why he cannot affect the price. He is a price taker only, and because of this fact that he constitutes very small portion of your total supply, this is the demand curve faced by the firm, faced by a single producer. Even if we talk about the whole market, its demand curve is still like this, but demand curve of a single firm is like this. This is horizontal demand curve. This is a horizontal line you can see. So if you are able to sell any quantity, any number of unit in the market on a given price, there is no need for any selling cost, because you don't need to shift your demand curve upwards or rightwards. So I was talking about this particular point, same price. This is the most important factor, which is the main point, and because of this point we can recognize, yes, this is perfect competition market. So this is the main point, and to keep this particular point here, we have to assume many things. Same price. Suppose if in particular area price is 11 rupees, in some other area price is 9 rupees, so we assume that there is perfect mobility and perfect knowledge. So these producers and these buyers, they know about this fact. So all the producers, I mean all the sellers, will try to sell there because price is more. So automatically, because of more supply, price will come down to 10 rupees. And all the buyers will go to this area to buy, and because of increase in demand, price will increase and it will reach to 10 rupees. So in this way, in all the markets, price will be fixed 10 rupees. Why? Because all these buyers and sellers were having a perfect knowledge about prices of different areas. There is perfect mobility. Immediately they move to another place to buy or sell. One more thing we assumed, there is no transaction cost. We had to assume this, no transaction cost, because this point is important, and to keep this point here, we have to assume these things. So if there is any transportation cost, this person will not go to another market because it is far. It is far, and there is some cost of the journey, there is some cost of the transportation. So we have to assume there is no transportation cost, and after assuming these points, we can keep this point here, same price. So because of these points, because if there is any difference between price in two areas, automatically it will be finished. Why this difference between price will be finished? Because of perfect mobility, perfect knowledge, and no transportation cost. So these are around 10 points we have assumed here, and if these 10 points are prevailing, then it is perfect competition market. In second portion of this video, we will talk about equilibrium of the consumer. Let me tell you one thing also. In case of these four markets, we will be studying first their features, like we have just discussed features of perfect competition market. So we will talk about the features of this market, and then we will talk about what is the equilibrium price and quantity. I mean, a producer will charge what price and how much quantity he will produce. We will be talking about these points in every type of market. And we also assume that profit maximization is the only goal of our business firm. We will assume that, and according to that assumption, where a producer will be maximizing its profit, these two conditions we have already talked about was, these conditions were marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. This is first order condition. And second order condition was slope of marginal cost is greater than slope of marginal revenue. So we have already talked about these two conditions. So these conditions will be satisfied where producer is getting maximum profit. So in coming videos, we will be talking about these situations.